Alright guys, this is part 3 of the North Glendale op session. If you guys remember, in video number 2 we left our power sitting at the ethanol plant, and he's got now orders to hook up the rest of the cars for our northbound train that just arrived, and we'll take it from there. So here we go. First thing we're going to do is get a run around and get it behind the cars that we need to move. And how we'll do that is we'll take the this track right here and we'll take it back. And we'll align our turnout and we'll start on our way back. Alright guys, our turnout is thrown and we'll get the power going into the yard lead number 2, or holding track number 2, and we'll hook up to our cars that we need to send up north with the train that's waiting for us. And we're almost there, and good job. Alright, we'll back these guys up. And we'll bring them onto holding track number 1 and connect up to our waiting train. And then we'll take our train out of town and head up north. And when we get done with that, we'll start switching at North Glendale. Alright, and the brakeman will get out there and he'll align the turnout. And now you align the turnout and we'll head back and we'll connect up to our train. Sorry for the shadow guys, very tight in this room. Alright, our train is hooked up and we'll move the power back into the holding yard for the ethanol plant. So we'll be right back. Alright guys, our power is uncoupled and we're going to head back and go into the ethanol plant on the arrival track, and we'll get the other train on its way, and then we'll continue on with the switching in North Glendale. We're going to have to throw a turnout here, and we'll be right. Alright, our turnout is thrown, and we're going to head back into the yard right now. Passing cracks there. And as soon as we get up to the front of the yard here, we'll put our switch power on hold and we'll get the other train going out of town. Alright guys, our train, northbound train, got its clearance to leave, so we'll be departing the yard right now. And we'll start heading up towards North Glendale and further beyond. Alright guys, this is our train leaving town. It'll be heading up north, and like I said earlier, the trip from here to Ash Fork, Arizona is about 197 miles. And if my Helix was running, we'd be coming up this track right here. But you guys know that my Helix is not running. So we'll just do our pictures as we see them right now. Look at all the empty spaces in these guys over here. They're going to be filled up here pretty soon. So stay tuned, and as soon as this train passes us by, we will get on to the switching part of this video. Alright guys, early morning before our crew gets started on the switching, and we catch a lumber train leaving town, and it'll be heading up north also to drop off its load and come back and refill Village Express and Hootig Supplies. Anyhow, it's early morning, and we're doing this roll by before the crew gets started on that switching for North Glendale. And we're passing through North Glendale now on our way up north. We'll be headed for Ash Fork with our load, and we'll come back with some empties and some other loads of lumber and building materials. And once this train gets out of the way, and on its way to wherever it's got to go, we'll go ahead and start our switching at North Glendale. Alright, our crew finally arrives at North Glendale holding yard, and we'll get on our way, and these cars were blocked very well when it left its original departure point, so it makes it kind of easy for us to switch in the hoppers, and that's what we're going to go after first. So we'll get our crew moving, and we'll follow him around. He's got to do a couple of crossovers here. And we'll watch him as he goes through town. Alright, our turnout's thrown, and we're going to head into the holding yard and pick up our hoppers first. Put up that temporary backboard because I got tired of looking at my living room every time I do this part of the layout. So it'll work for now. And of course, my turnouts are not cooperating again. Alright, our crew's about ready to couple up to our hoppers, and we're good. And we're on our way to set these cars out at SFP Plastics. Alright, we're heading back into Big D's siding so we can do our turnout and get into SFP Plastics. This is not focusing very well. Sorry about that, guys. Anyhow, pulling into Big D's, and power will stop as soon as it reaches the end, and we'll have a break and get out there. Alright, with our turnout thrown, we proceed with our switching maneuver here, and we'll be entering SFP Plastics here, and we'll drop these cars up, and we'll head back and get all the rest of the box cars that need to go to the rest of the industries here in North Glendale. And as you can see, we're backing in, and we will put a hold on them right there, and we'll uncouple these guys and go ahead and pull out. Let's see if I can do this real well. Look at that, first time. Alright, we catch our power heading back to the holding yard in Glendale, and we'll go ahead and pick up our box cars now, and we'll go ahead and proceed with the rest of the switching operations. Backboard adds kind of a little bit of a detail. Alright, our crew is back in the yard right now. We're going to pick up our box cars, and we'll hook up, and we'll head out and complete our services for North Glendale. Alright, we catch our crew leaving the yard here, and when we get to North Glendale, we're going to have to do a crossover, and then do a run around and get behind these cars. Alright, once we get into the siding here, we're going to break the locomotives loose and do a run around and get behind these cars so we can push them into the industries. And we're good there. Alright, our power's broke loose, and now we're going to do the runaround procedure. And we'll hold there, and we'll flip the turnout, and we'll come on back. And we'll watch him move to the front of the train. Alright, watch our power do its crossover, and then we'll reverse him and connect our cars up. Always put the turnouts back to where they belong. Alright, turnouts thrown, and now we'll hook up to our cars and we'll continue on with the switching maneuvers here in North Glendale. Now he's going to have to back these guys up and to access the lead into the industrial area. Now again, guys, I don't have any kind of a switch list here. I'm just doing this at random for now. One of these days I will get a switch list going, and we'll work it from there. But anyhow, we're passing the turnout we need to access, and we'll go ahead and turn the turnout, and we'll go ahead and back this guy into the industrial area of North Glendale. Alright guys, we're catching our train as we back into Big D's. He'll get 2 boxcars, and then we'll pull out and we'll give Modular Systems his 2 cars. Anyhow, here we come, and steady as she goes, bring her back. And with our boxcars uncoupled, we'll go ahead and move down the line, and we'll cross it back over to Modular System and give him his 2 boxcars. Alright, we're coming back down the track here, and we're going to give Modular System his 2 boxcars, and then we'll go ahead with LexJet and Sun Electronics. And we're good there. Alright, Modular System has their cars, and now we'll go ahead and pull out, and we'll cross over into LexJet and Sun Electronics. And then after those 2, our power will pull back into the yard and park and wait for their next assignment. Anyhow, we're just about past the turnout, and we'll go ahead and align the turnout and back in. Alright, our train is coming back down the line here, and we'll service LexJet first. And we'll give him 2 boxcars, and then we'll go ahead over to Sun Electronics and give him his 2 boxcars. And we're getting there. And we'll call that good. Our crew uncouples the cars, and now we head back out, and we hit the crossover one more time. Getting confused here with camera and train. Alright, we're coming back into Sun Electronics, and we'll drop off his cars, and then our power will head back to the yard. And I'm going to call that good. Alright, our crew's work is done for now. They'll head back to the yard and wait for their next assignment, and we'll follow them partially back to the yard. Alright guys, we'll watch our power pull into depot siding, and he'll park there and wait for his next assignment. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been fun doing. And your questions, comments, input, and subs are always welcome. For now, that's all folks. BNSF 6951 out.